Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to take a peek at some beautiful products off the shelf of HIGH-5. And I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues. Thank y'all, as always, for coming out and rocking with us. And today, quite a special angle. We're going to be checking out some edibles to the shelves of HIGH-5, some new companies in particular as well. I'm going to start us off with Emily. What are we trying tonight on the podcast?
Okay, so we officially have them on the shelves in the 100 milligrams, and I'm so freaking excited to try it because the samples were only 10 milligrams, and I didn't feel like I got like a fair judgment from it.
Yes.
So this one is the 4-ounce one, which is super freaking affordable, like so freaking unbelievably. It's just like, just go take a look. But they have 3 different flavors. I'm gonna be trying the mango. It is 100 milligrams of THC in this entire thing, and it does have like a serving thing on the side, which is nice. But like, I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be very easy to just be like, woof, not even pay attention to that and just like eat it. Because I loved the blueberry one that I had last time. Yeah. Ooh. Super easy to open. Love that. No problems there. They have like a little seal on it. Yeah, that smells like mango.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Do you smell any weed at all?
I do.
Nice.
I certainly do.
Nice.
Already, it's like just the smell of it's more potent than the one that I had prior. Oh, it just smells so good, and it looks so pretty. Look at that. Like,
it looks beautiful.
It's crazy that this whole thing is just 100 milligrams, and it looks amazing, and like it's super soft. The texture has changed.
Okay.
The texture in the 10 milligram one, I felt more was like shaved ice, kind of like a little bit more icy, kind of can chip off. Maybe this just hasn't been. I did take it out of the freezer. I drove here to my house after work in like a toaster, pretty much. I put it. You know me, I'm always cold. But I did put it in the freezer, and I went upstairs and changed and took the dogs out and whatnot. So I was hoping it would solidify a little bit more, but that THC maybe makes it hard. I don't know. But yeah. Cheers.
Yes, and also for that ice or sorbet, 100 milligrams could mean also there's a little bit more oil in it, and that could kind of smooth out that icy kind of.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. And do you see? I know when we had the blueberry one, there was like little pieces of blueberry, and the lemon had a lot of lemon zest. Do you think there's any mango pieces? Can you see any mango pieces?
Digging around, I don't really see any right now, but it tastes really great.
Nice.
Like when you first bite into it, it's like super mango. Then you do get that like the weed flavor, the like kind of like an RSO almost.
Okay.
I felt the same way. We tried the is it blueberry?
Blueberry.
We tried the blueberry one, same size, yesterday, and I felt like it was the same. It was very blueberry at first, and then you got that weed kind of distillity and
nice.
Afterwards. But
so pleasant.
It's good. It's delicious. Really nice.
Yes.
This is definitely infused sorbet, and it's fantastic. And definitely, I think that first layer had that oil that separated, because the more I'm getting into it, the more it looks like sorbet and it feels like sorbet. I love it. I'm so excited that we have this, and so many customers are already jumping at the opportunity to try it. And you absolutely should. We have so many great flavors. In the smaller ones, we have the mango, the strawberry lemonade, and the blueberry.
Yep.
And then in the larger ones, we have the grapefruit, the lemon, and the blueberry. And we do have CBD and THC ratio ones as well. Those guys are also available, I believe, in lemon, blueberry, and one other flavor. It's slipping my mind, but still has 100 milligrams of THC, 100 milligrams of CBD. I'm excited. I'm gonna eat this, but also like eventually after I get my fill in this, I'm gonna try the Dewey Honeycomb. I think this is what this is. It's still on our floor. I haven't tried it yet. It's a brand new brand. So I'm gonna smoke that out of my bong after a few more bites of this guy.
Beautiful. Okay, and then Emily, what do you think how sweet is it, scale of 1 through 10? What would you say?
It's more like fruit sweet, you know. It doesn't really taste artificial at all.
Okay.
So it's I like the I prefer fruit, like that fruit sweetness anyways. I'm not a big fan of like the cotton candies or the bubble gums of the world. Don't get me wrong, but like prefer that. And mango's not my go-to flavor, which is why I picked it. I wanted to try it. It's not my favorite like taste or go-to fruit, but it is tasty. It you know, like the I can't remember what gum brand it is, but they have like a tropical like mango trident maybe.
I feel like
It tastes like that, except you know, not gum, but
Right.
in sorbet. It has that like mango, that mango-ness to it. And I already noticed my mom hates the smell of mango and everything mango. So she's like, no, I won't eat that. But I will.
Nice, excellent. Okay, we'll check back in and see how you keep enjoying that. Thank you, Emily. And then Hetty and Camille, what are we trying tonight on the podcast?
So we're doing the marshmallow squares by Kush. We already opened the
Sorry.
Immediately, you could definitely smell the weed.
Gotcha.
Camille said that it smells like if you brought a joint to Disneyland, which I kind of agree. It's very like it smells like candy for
It's
sure.
like sweet cannabis
Yeah.
smell.
Okay.
Come in like cute little packaging. There's 3 in it, 10 milligrams each. So I'm very excited for these. Gotta grab the scissors for them. Yeah, I'm using my thumb.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely an edible.
Yeah.
More weedy than anything.
Okay.
All right. Cheers. And taste-wise, it's really good.
Okay. How is the texture?
It's very airy, very light.
Nice.
It literally just tastes like a Rice Krispie treat. It does.
No weed taste.
There is weed taste, but there's the Rice Krispie part and the marshmallow, and then the weed taste. I feel like it comes after the sorbet.
Gotcha. Okay. And
Delicious though.
and would you say that size for 100 milligram is decent? Do you think this is something you would break up into pieces? Do you think it's hard to stop eating it because it's so good?
You know, it's only 10 milligrams for the size, so I feel like that would be perfect.
Nice. Okay. Excellent.
You know, if you want more, you could always cut another one in half and
Yeah.
see how you're feeling. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is like a normal size of one that you would get at a grocery store that's uninfused. So
Very much like a snack size vibe.
Perfect. Okay, and now that one they do also have with chocolate dipped. What do you think you might prefer?
I want to try the chocolate dip one.
yeah, I would definitely try that. I'm a chocolate fiend though, so I love it.
And
Very
the
fair.
texture would I think add on to like the crispiness of the Rice Krispies and then like a little bit of a crunch from a chocolate. I think that would work well with the weed taste too.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, and once again, those are the Rice Krispie treats from Khush. I'm really excited to have them on the shelves. Now, the Rice Krispie treats also have a 3-month shelf life.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Well, of course, with baked goods, if you want the best product that you can get, it's important to pay attention to things like that. You know what I mean? Just try to, and ask. You can always ask. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times they'll put it on the package, and if not, we might know just from inventory. So any question's a good question. Okay, very fair. And are we trying any flour as well?
Yes. Same with Emily. We're trying a different strain, but I do have the Dewey flour. This is the Caribbean chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna check that one out. I already loaded a bowl of it actually. Taste-wise, it's great. It smells really good. I'm really excited to light it up and see how it tastes and all the flavor and all that.
Absolutely. Okay, very fair. Okay, we'll check back in with you in just a moment. Thank you, Hetty and Camille. And then Chuck Light, what are we trying tonight on the casty?
Yeah.
What up?
Tonight we're doing the Khush strawberry Poptarts.
Hey.
Yes. And I did not toast one. I would love to, but realistically, it is the size of a ravioli, and I'm afraid it will get stuck in my toaster. So
Toaster ovens.
Toaster
Toaster
oven.
ovens.
it's inaccessible right now. Can't do it.
What? Okay, and then so Chuck, when you look at that, there's icing on the outside, right?
Sure it is.
You wouldn't put that in a regular toaster because of that, I hope. So a toaster oven or an oven would be the way to go.
Oh, absolutely, but never in the microwave.
I mean, don't say never.
No, never in the microwave.
We don't judge.
I judge.
Well,
I don't even know the microwave.
I just feel like it'll be bad for the cannabinoids because of the way that those heat up so much.
Chuck, I didn't say put it in for 5 minutes.
Even 30
We're talking
seconds.
about
is too
5
much.
seconds.
I said 5, not even 30 seconds. I'm talking literally 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
5, just enough. But okay. We'll jump back to that in a moment. So what do you get from this curb appeal wise? How are you liking the integrity of it, the design of it?
So it's giving me croissant,
Ooh,
but it's not. It feels airy, but it's very stable. Like they definitely put a thick enough bottom on there for it to stabilize and not fall apart.
nice.
Um,
Look at that bite. Oh.
Go in, Chuck.
it tastes like a Poptart
Really?
Nice.
without as much frosting or any
Yeah.
sprinkles or anything.
Okay.
No sprinkles. Fucking lame. Are you getting strawberry?
I am, yes. No, there is definitely a strawberry puree or something in here.
Does it taste like weed?
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Does it smell? What does it smell like?
Strawberry Poptart.
Nice. Do
But
you?
less sugary.
Okay. And the dough. What do you think about the dough?
It's a little dry.
Like a Pop-Tart, though? Crumbly?
But more powdery.
Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are dry.
You think it's more powdery than a Pop-Tart?
Like the flour is very evident.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But no weed. No. No.
Nice.
Flavor.
Nice. Okay. Excellent. Okay.
I would not leave this around kids. They'd be like, yo, I'm eating this.
Period.
Good to know.
It feels like it's gonna be filling.
Nice.
Just because I am going through like a lot of this breading.
Right.
It's not bad.
Nice.
I
Okay.
definitely think this would be better heated up though.
Okay. And that was definitely going to be one of my questions, which is great. You know what I'm saying? We do love that, you know. Now, in the realm, okay, so I'll say this, Chuck. Do you think, and that's a pack of 3, is this something you eat one of and then you're done? Or do you think you can easily muscle through a bag of that?
It's a lot of substance to eat more than one. If I'm being honest, like this is a very hearty edible,
Right.
not in cannabinoid content, but in the
Just
volume.
Yeah, she's thick.
Yeah,
She's
and
thick.
once this hits the stomach, just like oats and anything else, it's probably going to expand a little bit more and feel really filling. So for anybody who's got a very high tolerance to taking edibles, I would not recommend this to anybody with a very high tolerance. But if you do edibles once in a while, perfect. You know, you want a nice, hiking snack, perfect.
Nice.
You know?
Okay.
But it's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
You think for somebody with a higher tolerance, maybe a 50 milligram and 50 milligram 2-pack might be a better option, maybe?
Theoretically, but I mean, for the money, you might as well just get the sorbet.
Whoa. Apples to oranges.
Right. And pineapples.
Whoa. Big shot to pineapple. Okay, very fair.
Sour pineapple.
And then, okay, chocolate. And then, are you enjoying any weed today?
I am. I'm gonna do the Punchline from Viking.
Nice.
New one.
Yes, and I am perplexed by the smell because I was immediately turned off by it
Okay.
because I was getting like very chlorophyll, very grassy notes. And I'm just like, wow, I've gotten this smelling shitty weed before. And then I ground it up, and I'm getting like very nutty, like very peanut buttery notes to it, with the grassy notes. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel, but I love Viking. They typically do a great job. So I'm going to roll this up in my gothy black papers
Yes, God.
with my tattooed dad glow-in-the-dark crutches.
Hey.
And we're just going to fuck that up. Yeah. But black papers.
I love that. Everything black.
Everything black.
More of it. Love
Except
that.
for today's hoodie.
Well,
Yeah.
very fair. Okay, very fair.
Feels
Okay.
kind of black to be on. It works.
Yes. Yes. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Chuck Light. And Curse, what are we trying tonight?
I got that Flora the Explorer from Dewey.
Woo! Full Dewey lineup. Woo!
You're all doing it.
LOL. But
I don't like them.
doing it and doing it and doing it well.
I'm just kidding.
God, I wish I had a drink. This is just so much bread.
Milk.
Come over, I'll make you a marg.
Yes.
Chuck said deal.
Margaritas. This is like pretty loud, honestly. Like opening up the package and then on the breakdown, it is. And I'd say decent size. I just rolled like really size, a good size joint. Here, I'll show you whatever the fuck. Stuffed it because it's an Afghan hemp.
Nice.
So it didn't, well, whatever. But and there's still like leftover in the grinder, and I still have this whole nug that I did not even grind up. There was probably like a nug that size and then two little like baby ones. That's what I ground up.
Perfect.
But it is like just like in the bag itself, and then when you break it down, very, very smelly. It is super tropical, super floral. I would say probably like sour guava, pineapple, violet. That's what I'm gonna say. Like straight up, it is very, very, very like out there.
Yes.
Like for weed. You know what I mean? It's like all the, I don't know. Like it smells good, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I was like, damn, that's not, I don't know, it's not what I was expecting. But then, well, for the name, I think it's probably aptly named, you know what I mean? The Florida. I thought it's a good name for
More
it. Based on,
floral. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I just got done jamming that down the little tube, so I'll light her up and see what she brings. I would say that it did break down a little bit like airy.
Okay.
You know how like sativas are just a little more fluffy. It wasn't like that perfect like kinetic sand from super dense weed, but it was still dense. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? It definitely like I got a good amount of breakdown from the bud, so not disappointed in that at all. Definitely sticky, not dry. Lots of key coating the inside of my grinder.
Nice.
Kind of like honestly, like the same amount as like when you break down like a 50-fold nut. So a decent amount of key like on there for that, I would say. So yeah, I'm excited to see if that translates to the taste at all.
Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you, Kirsty. I'm excited to see about that. The Flora the Explorer, once again from Dewey. All of those in the middle tier as well. We still got them. And out of those three, the Flora the Explorer was the one I was the most excited about. Through the bin, it smelled absolutely outrageous, which is why I chose Dewey in the first place. The chocolate Caribbean chocolate in the other one didn't really have much nose to it. In the bin, that is. But the Flora, when I opened it, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that smells really, really loud. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you think.
Because I'm smoking the Honeycomb from them, and I'll say, like, when I opened the bag, I got, like, it sounds so weird, but, like, pickles. Like, it smelled just like pickles. Like, it was sour. And I tried to do this thing, and I was like, if I close my eyes, what do I smell? Because, like, I feel like sometimes I get sidetracked by trying to, like, see and listen.
Yeah.
And hear you guys. But I'm like, no, truly, just focus on the smell. And I got fucking pickles. I was like, okay. But pickles and pine.
Yes.
It was interesting. It was very interesting. And so, breaking down,
I still get that sour. I still get that pine. And then smoking it though, I don't really taste the pickliness that I was smelling, which is probably for the better. But like, also,
Pickleback.
Pickleback. That's the only way I was able to ever drink whiskey was with a shot of pickle juice to follow it. In fact, I will literally save pickle juice and drink it because it has great electrolytes for you and less sugar than Gatorade. Anyway, so, but yeah, it tastes really pleasant. It's more piney than I think than anything. And I really enjoy like that pine, like gassiness. For a name like Honeycomb, I think it's safe to assume maybe I was kind of expecting a little bit more of like a sweeter note to it, but I'm really happy with it. It's not what I expected, but I'm pleasantly surprised so far.
Absolutely. Okay. Big shout out to Dewey. And that which remind me that one again? Honeycomb.
The Honeycomb.
Gotcha.
I believe it was their hybrid.
Gotcha.
And it was
And
like a giant nug that came in with it, and I still have like a little bit left of it, and my whole grinder is freaking full. So like, shit.
Yeah, good on the breakdown.
yeah, that's across the board so far. It seems that's
I
good.
loved the breakdown on this. It was fantastic. So I love it. I'm excited
Yeah,
to work.
Okay. Big shout out to Dewey. Okay.
Amount.
Okay. Okay, and then thank you, Emily and Kirsty. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you think about those highs. Today I'm going to be trying the Khush. This is the magic bars. They're the 3-pack. They're 10 milligrams each. Looking like these little guys. Khush, they do list that their product is pesticide free. And then they also do say that, let's see, the graham cracker crumbs, whole grain wheat flour, sugar, canna oil, molasses, honey, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, soy, lecithin, butter, sweetened condensed milk, chocolate, unsweetened chocolate, walnuts, coconuts. So contains nuts, contains dairy, definitely not vegan. So this might be a little allergy, but it says food allergy warning. Our food product may contain peanut or tree nut products. So they're very transparent about that, which is important. The extraction method is BHO distillate, which is what they use in these bars. And yeah, it says they have 3 months, of course, within 3 months. It says it gives you the production date, which is October 13th, and lets you know it's best within 3 months. They give their hashtags, they give their YouTube, they give their Instagram, they give their Facebook. It's at Khush, which is really, really cool. They're based out of Bellingham, which is also really cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this, man. So as I open this, smells sweet. You don't really smell weed, but of course it's in a double baggie. And this is a little bit of an interesting bag. It's not really a Ziploc bag. It doesn't really have any rip lines anywhere. It kind of looks a little ghetto. But I'm not mad because this is really soft texture-wise. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got the brookie part down. Let's go ahead and open this up. Up. I don't smell weed at all, which I'm not mad at, but let's see. And as you're looking at this, you can see some chocolate, you can see coconut, I could definitely see the walnuts, you know what I'm saying?
It looks so good.
It looks good. I gotta put it to the test. And I also feel like I see peanut butter. I feel like there's peanut butter, but let's go ahead and take a bite. Let's see. Cheers. I taste the weed immediately. Okay. Honestly, it's more buttery than anything else. Butter is stronger than a nut flavor. Butter is stronger than a chocolate flavor. Butter is stronger than a coconut flavor. And then it's like weed first, then butter, and then maybe everything else. Now, I find a lot of the times when you put so many ingredients into one baked good, things get lost. The band is the cymbals are playing as loud as the drums are playing as loud as the guitar. There's not cohesion, you know what I mean? And the weed is just kind of further making it even more confusing. I'm not a big coconut person. and this coconut isn't necessarily toasted. So I feel like that's the worst kind of coconut, which is why I chose to not do the macaroons. But I'm gonna take one more bite.
Bless you.
And also,
Oh wait, it's Emily. Damn you.
I say curses typically, so.
Got you, boo.
I take back my blessing.
We curse you instead.
I'm flattered, truly.
the texture is not my favorite. I don't think that it's a cookie nor a granola bar. It's kind of like lost in between, and it's even a little powdery. But yeah, over. I mean, it's. Would I be happy if somebody gave this to me? Sure. Would I buy this? Absolutely not. Would I go out of my way to try this again? Absolutely not. I would get the sorbet 100%. I would get the Poptart, or the other ones that they have. They also have little chocolate squares as well, I believe. And I think those have a filling as well, but I'm not quite sure. But this is.
I think it's coconut.
Yeah. Well, but this, like I said, I ate literally half of a cookie. I'm done. I can be done.
Oh, no.
I can be done. Now, I am going to be trying the breath mints from Western Cultured. Like I said, nothing wrong with the actual. It's a great idea. I think that's a great idea, and I think people that are into this kind of granola-y kind of mishmash, hodgepodge will love that. I personally am not, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. But now, to get into this.
It reminds me of those ones that we used to have that were like the fruit and nut trail bars.
THC Express. Yep.
Yeah, from THC Express.
But now, Kirsten, remember.
Two each.
Exactly. Remember what I thought about those?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't care for them. Wendy liked them
No, I didn't like
shits.
them either.
Wendy liked them shits, and I was like, they literally taste like alfalfa, and she was like, I think that's what I like about it, and I was like, well, I said, well,
Well,
and to each their own. I'll never yuck someone else's yum. Big shout out to Wendy and everybody eating granola bars worldwide. But we're gonna get into this breath mints. This is from Western Cultured in the indica variety. It's a Mendo breath and cinnamon cookies cross. Let's see what this is all about. Let's see. All right, Mary Jane. All right, Western Cultured. Can't even open this. And they gave me little slits. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get a knife while I jump into this. But Emily, how are we feeling so far off of that flower?
Oh my lord. I'm stoned. I'm really stoned. I just had to mute myself for coughing fits. Maybe form sentences. For the most part, that entire bowl was very smooth.
Nice.
Just the last bit of it was when I was mainly just trying to make sure all the green was gone. I'm still kind of stuck in the I will smoke it until it is like gone. And sometimes it hurts. So that was it hurting. But I enjoyed it a lot. And the high is really good. It's super like uplifting and social, I would say. Like, I thought I was gonna be a little bit more like tired. I haven't been feeling like the greatest today. You know, my body hurts, but I'm a little tired, like naturally today. But this has me feeling good, which is nice. I definitely am happy with this high, especially going into it with like zero expectations.
Okay.
And I did eat about 15 milligrams of the sorbet, but I don't feel like that's really kicking in because that feels like edible highs feel so different for me. Like I don't feel that yet. This is definitely flower.
did you got a sorbet or you did your sample?
Oh no, I got a sorbet. Well, we had a sorbet on the podcast. I had the mango one. Yeah.
Ooh, yummy. That sounds so
Fire.
good.
So good.
Yeah.
Robert was talking about how he had like 3 of them like back to back, not in like the same night, but like he got one, ate it, got another, ate it, and he was like, I couldn't stop, you know, but it makes it
fucking
so
good.
Hard.
Yes.
So I was excited to try the mango. Hey, there goes
That breath mints looks so fucking good.
Yes.
Western
I sold
Culture
quite a bit
very
just off the work.
Yeah, Western Culture does great things.
Yes.
But yeah, super social, really fun, very uplifting, really smooth as well. It turned into that gray likeness after you smoke it a bit, and I really like when it does that. I find that it just is one of the maybe cleaner hits. I don't know what the proper term is, Malcolm. Maybe you know a bit more when it instead of it just going black, it kind of turns like that gray ash.
Yeah, white ashes. Yeah.
Yeah, white ashes,
Yes.
girl.
Oh yeah.
That's just what it's called. It's
Yes.
fantastic. I love those.
Yes.
So,
The little joint afros.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend this. This is a great daytime, maybe going out to do some errands, go for a walk, hang out with some friends. Literally, I can see this being good in just any type of setting. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cute. So cute name.
Yeah, Honeycomb.
Okay, and then Emily, so far, well, how would you say you might prefer smoking this alone or in a group of people? Do you think you would enjoy this alone and then go out and meet people, or would you rather be in a session enjoying and sharing something like this stream?
I think I would like to share this. This is definitely one of those highs that I feel if other people got to enjoy this, it could make for a fun time where everybody just is kind of feeling good and loose and not too focused on whatever the fuck, So, this is definitely one where I'm gonna tell my dude he needs to smoke the rest of this. Hey, when you get off work tomorrow, I always tell him whenever, because he gets off work and he smokes when he's off work. So I'll text him because I'm already at work. I'm like, hey, you need to put this. I put this aside for you. You need to smoke this when I'm at work. All this stuff. And it's always like, okay, babe. But I also leave him with a million freaking joints, and he's always like, I can't ever smoke them all, but it's sweet you leave them.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, very fair. Okay, and then also, Emily, because you thought you were safe, favorite dish with artichoke. Go. 5, 4.
Oh my god, so
3,
much.
2,
Spinach
1.
artichoke dip is great, but
Great
my mom
choice.
does it in a bread bowl and does it homemade, and it's really fucking good.
Nice.
Yeah, she's made it a couple times. She hasn't made it in a long time. I'm gonna tell her she needs to. But it's
Kirsten, that looks amazing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no. I love food. Yeah, that looks fucking great. I honestly though will also just eat artichoke hearts. So I fuck with it. I'll eat them on pizza. I love it in dips.
Big shout to Adrian.
Yes.
Yes.
Adrian.
Yes.
They cook the best pizza.
Yes.
They really do. Shout out to Felony. Y'all should go check them out. Well, I mean, go see Adrian. Anyways. Yeah, this weed's gonna get me in trouble for show. I like it though. I recommend. I'm already getting ready. Wow, we're not even talking about it. We're supposed to be talking about artichokes. I might school them. I love that weed. So
You did say we're social.
Yes, which is
I'm
good.
about to load a second bowl. I love it. I'm excited.
Wow. Okay, big shout to Dewey. Okay, thank you, Emily. And then Camille and Hetty. How are we feeling so far off of that?
Yeah. I just loaded my second bowl.
Nice.
I'm pretty stoned. It's nice. So I looked it up on their website. Again, this is the Caribbean chocolate by Dewey. Yeah.
Got some nice cross strains.
It's really nice. It's Girl Scout cookies, passion fruit haze, and Jamaican chocolate. You can definitely taste the Girl Scout cookies. It's very gentle. Very gentle high. I wouldn't say that this is something that I'd smoke with a group of people. I'm with my partner, sure, just hanging out. Yeah, maybe watch a movie.
Nice.
But
It's sleepy.
I'm a little sleepy. Yeah, I definitely feel relaxed through my back. And it's just nice and flowy. But yeah, I'm not feeling super social. I'm great on the podcast. Happy to be here. But yeah, I like it a lot though. I definitely would go out of my way to buy the.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. And
I agree. I agree.
okay.
Ditto.
And how smooth would you say this is, scale of 1 through 10, if you had to rate it?
Say 7. Yeah. Solid 7.
Fair.
Solid 7.
Okay, very fair. Okay, big shot. And this is the Caribbean chocolate from Dewey. Do you think that this is the middle tier? Is so much competition. Do you think that this is something that you might choose over Doc and Yeti or Captain Yeti or Evergrow or some of the more heavy hitters in that area, High State maybe even sometimes?
Maybe not Doc and Yeti. Maybe not yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I could see myself choosing this over High State just because it's like, I feel like High State does a good job, but I feel like from them we usually get Gushers and like their strains are very consistent, and we're seeing some like new and kind of exciting cross strains with Dewey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's a really great point. This is the strains that they released are not like the typical
generic.
Generic strains that everybody's tried before. Like they're different and they are affordable and they're great. So absolutely, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm excited for him. I like him. I also like how we all kind of chose them.
It's funny
really
because I don't even think this was a thing that Malcolm had in a podcast. I just bought this and was like, I'm gonna try it just to try it because it's new, and was going through my box because I was like, what can I smoke that I have that is in the shop? And I saw it and I was like, you know what, it's calling to me tonight. I'm gonna try it.
Yes.
So I'm glad everybody else is too.
Yeah.
It's a Dewey type of night.
The Flora,
Coincidence.
that and Hetty also. Do you think, if you could describe this, or I'm sorry, what are some things you think you wish this strain had, or do you think it's fine for just as it is?
I don't have any complaints.
Nice.
I would say I would want it to be a little less dry. It's very dense, just like as a whole nug, but when you do grind it up, it gets to the point where it's kind of like, it's like a dry airy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the breakdown could be a little better
because there are trichomes, but it's not sticky. It's not very like hairy or anything.
Sure.
But that's the only thing I would change, I think. Other than that, it's been really, really nice. I like it a lot.
We went through the whole gram tonight.
People,
there are 2 of us.
Very fair. Very fair. Okay, thank you, y'all. Very fair. And because you thought you were safe, wow. Favorite dish with parsley. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Go. Huh?
I was like, so many things have parsley.
So many.
I guess
I know.
ravioli.
Yeah, I was thinking pasta too.
Fire. Okay.
You can't go wrong with pasta.
You can.
We'll get specific. Ravioli.
Thank
Then
you.
there's the cheese, there's the butter, there's the dough. Yeah, I would say ravioli.
Great choice. An amazing choice. Absolutely. Big shout out to everybody eating parsley worldwide. Big shout out to everybody growing parsley worldwide, number 1. Big shout out to all the farmers worldwide, period. Period.
I grew a bunch of parsley a couple summers ago, and it just took off. Like we had so much parsley, and that's when I started making these lemon parsley noodles. They're they make the noodles, but then you pan fry them in all the garlic and butter and
That
fucking.
sounds so fun.
My mouth
Sounds
is
fun.
Yeah, and then lemon zest and fresh lemon juice, and then the parsley's you add the fresh parsley all chopped up in at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Fire.
Even my kid, she loves those. It's and it's super easy to make. Like I said, you just I'll tell you guys in person.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, they get the gist through here, period. Yeah. That's a great
It's
dish.
easy. It's easy and it's so delicious. And when you pan fry, I use a fettuccine noodles is what I use for it. So they're a little bit thicker and a little wider. And so when you pan fry them, they really get they get that nice consistency to where it actually is pretty hearty. All We don't eat a lot of meat at my house. Like meat's something that it's like served on the side. It's all like veggies and other stuff because my stepmom is vegetarian. She can't eat meat, so yeah. So it's like we're always trying to find like stuff that's like really hearty and like really vegetable centric.
Okay.
So that's one that's good. Also zucchinis, can't recommend those enough.
And grow like a champ. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And anything easy to grow, I gotta love it.
Yes. 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 But yeah, incredible. Love that. Sorry, Kirsty. Amazing, Kirsten.
No,
Thank you,
I'm sorry,
Kirsten.
I interrupted.
No, you're
to talk about noodles.
No, that's what we do on this podcast. It's Malcolm.
Great.
There's food everywhere.
It's ravioli time.
Yeah, you have to.
I know, now I really want raviolis. Like Chuck said it about that Pop-Tart, and then y'all said it, and I'm like, sounds good.
Ravioli is probably one of my favorite pasta options. Love it. Okay, and then thank you, Camille, Hetty, Kirsten. Chuck Light, how are we feeling so far on that?
Well, I smoked half of it and I put it out.
Because it was good or bad?
Well, it is very sativa, and I have work early tomorrow. And like instantly within a few puffs, I felt my brain just starting to fire right back up, and I was like, "Oh, this is not what I want right now."
Right.
It is very active, man. Like I feel like going to the gym. Like I feel like playing music. I feel like just doing shit. You know?
Okay. Even though you stop halfway, you still feel as though it's revved you to this extent.
Oh, for sure. I'm over here like jamming out my head.
I've been noticing you've been like bebopping along for the last 10, 15 minutes. You've kind of looked like a little like you need like your body needed some kind of outlet. But...
Yes. And
no,
also,
sure.
and
like I'm like I could play guitar right now. Like I could do some screaming. I could do some lifting. This is a.
Did you say some screaming?
Yeah, man, I play metal.
Oh, I love that. Okay, I thought you were talking about something completely different.
No, but like I would definitely like this is do some shit kind of weed. You know what I mean? Like,
Got you.
This ain't for sitting around.
Best time of the day? You thinking daytime or morning time?
Definitely.
Preference.
If you have trouble starting your morning off, definitely morning.
Nice.
But I would say like mid-afternoon when you need that little bit of extra go.
Okay.
This would be great. Take a few hits of this.
That again?
Huh?
Which one did you use again?
The Punchline from Viking.
What do they have this labeled as?
This is a pure sativa from them, or a sativa. I get everything's hybridized. It's a sativa.
Thank you. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, cherry punch and endgame Ruterella's back cross.
Okay.
The taste profile in the nose, nothing to write home about. By any means, I was not impressed whatsoever. The effectiveness of it, wow. Like, I knew smoking that entire joint, like, I'm like, I don't need to do that. Like, I just don't.
Potency scale of 1 through 10, what would you give it?
I would give it a 10 because I felt my brain starting to activate within a few puffs.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow.
Okay. Excellent.
Considering I smoked a couple indicas since I got home, I'm like, a little bit more on the wired side right now.
Gotcha. Okay, very fair. Wired and on the wild side. Love it. Okay, thank you, Chuck Light. And Chuck Light, because you thought you were safe. Favorite dish with pepper jack cheese? Go.
Pepper jack
5,
cheese.
4. Chuck is not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
Sandwich.
You know what?
Stop it. What are you loving now?
Chuck.
Jack cheese sandwich.
Yeah, like pepper jack cheese, pepperoni. Throw that bitch in the saucepan.
That's an answer. Now that makes me hungry. You said pepper jack cheese, and I'm thinking Sargento on the grocery store. But nevertheless.
You're not gonna sit there and eat a pack of.
No, I'm not, Chuck. I've never done that.
Me and you, Malcolm. I'm willing to eat a pack of cheese.
And we're
That's a
different.
white kid.
And look, thank you, Kirsten. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I knew Kirsten was gonna say something, but that's okay. And look, but Chuck, we're gonna bring it back. Chuck, we're gonna bring it back. I won't yuck your yum. I will not yuck your yum. Live your life and enjoy it. That's great. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Chuck.
Because you thought you were saying favorite onion dish.
Onion rings. If I had to choose, onion rings, because they're fried. If I had to choose, I will eat onion
Outside
rings.
of it and not the onion.
No, I just need them thin. I cannot. I will. You've lost your mind if you think I'm gonna eat the jumbo thick onion rings with that look. And when you bite it and the onion just stays intact, it's that thick. The ring is that thick, and the breading just comes up, and you're left looking at the white Vidalia onion. I'll die. You promised me a fried onion, and I was left with a real whole ass in disguise onion. Like,
You said in disguise.
I'll die. I need my onion rings. I can't even look this thin. I need them this thin.
Yeah.
Shout out to the crazy man, but I need them this thin. I need them this thin. I need them that thin, so that when I bite into it, I taste fried yaya and nothing else. But nevertheless, Kirsty, thank you, Chuck. And Kirsten, how are we feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest. That cheesecake in there is the 100% reason why I was like, I'm gonna do the podcast. And that's why I'm gonna smoke this Dewey that Malcolm gave me on Wednesday, because I knew it was a sativa, and I have to be up till this motherfucking cheesecake goes to room temp before I can put it in the fucking fridge, because it's already cracked. Y'all saw.
Not the end of the world.
But whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, happens.
Yeah. Powdered sugar, boom.
Yeah.
They'll never know.
Ew, I don't want to put powdered sugar on it. Okay, listen. This is a pumpkin cheesecake, and instead of the traditional like pumpkin pie spice, we use a chai spice.
Oh yeah.
In it. And the crust, instead of a graham cracker crust, we use Biscoff cookie crust. Yes, like the ones you get on the fucking airplane. That's right. So, it's gonna be good. It's my uncle's birthday tomorrow. He likes cheesecake, so.
Happy birthday! I'm so cute.
Yes.
Making one.
What's your uncle's name?
Junior.
Shout out Junior. Big shout out to Junior. Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior. Big shout out. Okay. And Kirsty, would you consider this head high more of and also great taste in the cheesecake? It's a wonderful flavor profile.
Thank you. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have to try a piece on the next episode. It's gonna be hard to save up until then.
He's not gonna. Yeah, he'll eat the whole thing. Honestly, it won't be here Wednesday.
Well, be sure to capture a video of his review so that I can upload it.
Oh, that's a good idea. My uncle and my aunt live in, I don't know, like not an RV, but like a trailer. You know, you pull behind whatever. Like what old retired people live in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it's like it's on my property. It's on not mine. It's on our property, like our family's property. So I like snuck over there and like tape streamers like to his door. So when he gets up in the morning to go have his morning cigarette, there'll be all these streamers in his face. And listen, he's like a grumpy old Gus, but like really, he also like he loves the attention, and he's gonna be all like, ugh, but really deep down he's gonna be like so excited. I blew up some balloons so to see him right when he comes outside, when he gets out of his trailer. You know, it'll be good.
Cute.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's sweet.
But yeah, so he's a cusp, a grumpy old cusp. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just an old man.
I get that.
Just an old man.
Anyways, about the weed, sorry, that was not part of this. I would say I'd give it like a pretty solid review. I'd say it's definitely like A good sativa, I would smoke it during the day, probably any time of the day. It's like, I don't feel like it's like really heavy in the body, but I would say it's not like not present, but it's not like, you know what I mean? Like my face is like fine. The only reason I look tired is because I am legitimately fucking tired. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say it's it smelled great. It tasted great. It smoked pretty good. I'd say I'd probably give it like a 7.5 on the smoothness scale. It did make me cough a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, nice white ash when it was like burning. It burned all good. I would probably not buy this strain again because it's good, but it's not like my most. Honestly, it's not euphoric. Like it's not hazy enough in the head for me for a sativa.
Gotcha.
If I'm smoking a sativa, I really like some super lemon haze and any different version of that where it like really gives you that like distinct head high. Headband, same thing, like hits you like actually in the head where you can like really feel it. Or like Jack Herrera makes things like super euphoric, very like fun. This is like, I'm a little too clear-headed for my style of a sativa, but I do not think it's anxiety-inducing. So I think that is like definitely a plus. I would recommend this to customers looking for a good sativa. I think that it is like a great daytime high. I think that it is like very functional. I think it tastes great. I think it smelled great. I thought it was, honestly, out of like the three, I thought it was one of the prettier options for sure. And then when I broke it down, it definitely, like I said, the amount of like trichomes, keef and stuff that came down off of it is definitely comparable with brands like 50-fold. So I'd say like, yes, I would recommend this. I don't know that I would buy Dewey without having a recommendation from somebody that I trusted having smoked a strain first. Person. Like this one in particular, obviously Malcolm picked it out, you know what I mean, on the podcast and like that. But I had already heard from Caleb that like it was a good high. And so I was like confident, like, okay, cool. You know, I trust Caleb. I smoked with him a bunch of times. So, you know, I was like, okay, if they say it's good, it's probably gonna be good. But yeah, I don't think, and like that Caribbean jerk, I had heard from Jake, one of our regulars, that he really liked that. And then now hearing like Hetty and Camille's review, you know, that's something like I would recommend for someone to try. But I think I just need like a little bit more from them to be able to just like, you know, like Doc and Yeti. It doesn't matter if I smoke a strain from them. I can confidently recommend and say, oh, this is a solid grower. This is I would recommend their sativas if that's what you're looking for, even though I can't tell you specifically what the high is like going to be like, or, you know what I mean, anything about it. It's like, but you know, it's like, that's a solid option for somebody.
Right.
We did have Dewey in the shop when I first started at the shop.
Yeah.
So I have seen the not great side of them. You know what I mean? There's a reason why we kind of stopped carrying them for a while. They obviously have rebranded and it looks like done some different stuff to their grow, and it looks like a better product. And I hope that stays consistent so that we can keep it on the shelves, because I do think it is a good option and a good price point.
Yes. And so that it continues to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually used to have a Dewey badge, like our lanyards. Mine was Dewey forever. But this customer was in one day and she was like telling me how much she really wanted it and really liked it because that was her childhood nickname. So I gave it to her.
Oh.
That's cute.
Very cute.
She's like, I'm going to get one of those one day. And she walked out and I was like, man, we don't even carry that weed anymore. She's never going to get one of those. Outside, I flipped my badge. I was like, here you go. She's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, man, have a good day.
That's funny. That's so good. That is so good. I love that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, I've got no attachment to this. It's just got my work badge on it. Like, we have 100 other options in the back.
And look at when we start carrying Dewey again, so maybe we'll get more pins.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're gonna come in and see it and be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, right.
I was when I was like pretty new, so I don't remember her at all. Like, I wouldn't know it. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup. Nondescript white woman.
Hey, yes, you could. She'll have the pin.
Oh my god. Just
There's the whole lanyard. It's not the pin, it's the lanyard.
Oh, even better. Even easier.
The actual lanyard.
Gotcha.
I love that.
It was really cute, honestly. It was light blue, and it just
oh yeah, I remember it.
It said Dewey in like a crescent pattern, you know, like up over it in rainbow.
And the Dewey was white.
The Dewey was multicolored, like a rainbow, all the way around it. Like it's exactly like my badge now, my Stone Age badge. How it's light blue and it's just got it says Stone Age in the different colors, but the Dewey one was more the colors, more rainbow. It was like really nice and subtle. Honestly, I really liked it. I didn't want to give it to her.
Kirsten's like, I want it back.
Like, no, I don't want it back. But I mean, she left. I had to follow her out because I didn't want to give it to her, and I was like, she's never gonna get one. You have to give it.
That's fair. That's very fair. Well, shout out to you, Kirsten. That was major player moves. MVP moves.
Sometimes.
Yes. Hey. But okay, thank you,
She
Kirsten.
should have left me a review on Google, honestly.
And you never know, she maybe did.
No, I've read all the reviews on Google with my name in it, and they're not nice.
Very fair. That's fair. Hey, that's okay though. That's okay, Kirsten.
It's okay.
Yes, we love you regardless. Period.
People get in their feelings, that's fine.
And they do.
Those are the ones that write reviews.
That's right. That's right. Okay, but thank you, Kirsty Curse. Big shout out to Dewey and the Flora the Explorer. It is time for that scale of 1 through 10. Would you recommend? And we're gonna do the edibles and the flower. Emily, start us off. What are we thinking?
Okay. Wow. So for the sorbet, 10 out of 10. Literally, it's so hard to beat. How can you not? How can you not? Like, the flavor, fantastic. High, feels very mellow right now. But I'm also, like, feeling high off of the flower, too. So it could be at this point, it's now starting to, like, whoosh, combine. The taste is fantastic. I just loved it. And especially for the price point and how much you get out of it. Like, it's even more affordable than, like, the shots, like little rigs, you know, like it's crazy. And it's so good.
Yes.
Yeah, so that gets like a 10 out of 10 for me for sure. This Dewey, so y'all had some great points. I like that we are all smoking this because this does give me a lot to think about. So I was like, I love it. Like the high is super social, like really fun, but also like I'm making ramen and I'm about to go chill and watch some Last.
Your shit. That's your shit.
Eating pad, you know, I'm gonna chill. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
And Emily, now your stomach was giving you some bother. How does your stomach feel now?
It's okay. I still can't really stand upright right now and just trying to chill. It's not as intense as I was feeling at work, but I'm also very high right now and I don't really the pain is there, but I have a fucking high pain tolerance. I live my life every day with pain, so like it is what it is at this point. I just smoke weed and that helps me. But yeah, no, the Dewey itself, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 just because it is still so new. I would like to try more strains from them. I definitely have my interest on the chocolate? What was it?
They have an almond?
Chocolate. Yeah, that one sounds good. I love indicas I love indicas. Like they're my favorite. This one's a hybrid, fun. It was very smooth. Apart from the times he saw me just smoking till I couldn't anymore. And yeah, 7 out of 10. Solid.
Very solid. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Emily. And then Hetty and Camille, what are we thinking? Scale of 1 through 10.
Ooh, for the marshmallow squares, I would give them maybe a wasn't because we tried the sorbet yesterday.
Mhm.
I feel like that is again with what Emily said, 10 out of 10 for that.
Nice.
The
Nice.
blueberry flavor was delicious for the sorbet. This one wasn't like memorable. Like I wouldn't walk into High-5 and be like, oh yeah, I want to grab those right now. I would rather grab the sorbet.
Gotcha. And also for everybody out there, we have who makes the sorbet again? What's the company?
There's some with a C.
Let me grab
Y'all got things. It's a weird name.
Kirsten said y'all got things.
Y'all got the other containers.
Okay.
Why am I trying to search my memory?
Cormorant?
Cormorant.
I don't like that.
It's hard.
I can't even remember that. It's not catchy at all.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
I have no clue.
It means marijuana in Dutch.
Does it really?
No, I made that shit up.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm dead. They should call it Sassy Sorbet Bomb.
Sassy sorbet.
Love that. But okay. But nevertheless, okay, very fair. And what was I gonna say? But yes, it's Kush and Cormorant.
Yeah.
So
Kush does the pastries.
yes, the
Yeah.
pastries.
And Khush, the first Khush is spelled KHUSH.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
KUSH for anyone trying to look up their social medias, because Malcolm mentioned them earlier.
Yes. So
I would.
No, you're
I
great.
would recommend them to somebody who's new to trying edibles and doesn't want to do gummies.
Yes.
Because again, like it did taste exactly like a Rice Krispie. I think my the first ever edible that I ever tried was a homemade Rice Krispie. So I think I'm just like a little like sentimental because it did taste exactly like that one. So like if you're new to edibles, you want something, you have a low tolerance, like I think this would be great. I think this would be fun. Yeah.
beautiful, excellent. Okay, very fair. Now on the
And
flower
for
side.
anybody that wanted to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
No, you're good.
Like, people that are like, that only want like 5 milligram dosages, like we do often have customers ask for like ones that are easy to like cut into smaller doses. And so like something like that would be so easy for them to be able to divide into a smaller dosing. So I do think that's a great point. Yeah, like
And it would stick together even if you cut it into like fourths or something. I feel like it wouldn't disrupt the
Integrity. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of the I was gonna say dish of the marshmallow, the Rice Krispie.
yeah, hell yeah, though, for sure.
I love that. Okay, very fair. Okay, and for the flour.
Yeah, for the flour, what would you say?
I liked your rating earlier, 7. I'd like to try more from them. Again, I do think I would go out of my way to get this.
Nice.
I liked it. I do think it could have broke down a little bit more. However, I do have a bigger grinder, so maybe I was just like expecting a little more from the nugs that were there. But they were still. We got a good amount for a gram. I'm satisfied.
Nice.
It's like 4 bowls. So yeah, I would give it 7 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, very solid. Very solid. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Camille and Hetty. And then Chuck Light, what are we thinking? What would we rate that?
Are we talking about the edible or the weed?
Both.
How do I judge this edible? I mean, it's for the price. It's a 3-pack. This is great for the weekend warrior. This is great for the lightweight. This is great for cute little things, whatever. You know what I mean?
This is also 30 milligrams?
Yeah, if you eat 3, but I mean, that's so much just getting through 1.
Just do 10 milligrams. Gotcha.
But I'm chilling. it's mixing well with the strain, which is cool.
Okay. Do you think if you did it without the strain, it would be even lighter? Or do you feel like the edible might have been a little, you feel like the strain is picking up the edible?
No, I think the high from the strain is, I don't want to say fading, but it's going through a different phase.
Gotcha.
It's a little bit more, the energy is not as high.
Okay.
But the mental focus is definitely escalated a little bit. Like, this would be great for creativity. If you're working on something, like, I got this, I'm about to sit here and play this for a little bit.
Why did I think that was a gun? I don't know why that was a gun. I was like, you like, I was great for creativity. I got this, and I was like, oh my god. It's like, yo, what are you about to go do, Chuck? What do you mean? I was like, oh my god.
He's like, I got this guy right here.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I can see
Say hello to my little friend.
No, literally. Big shout to Al Pacino. Okay, but continue, Chuck. Sorry.
I'm gonna give the strain a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Which is really low for Viking, but this is a new strain. I don't think that the terpene profile is as dialed in as it could have been.
Gotcha.
The ashes burned a little dark.
Gotcha.
I think there's some improvements that could be made here, but high wise, yeah, fuck yeah, it's great for the high. But unaccompanied with a pleasant terpene profile. I don't know the other strain. I don't know what that profile is supposed to be like.
Right.
It's not one that I'm excited about, but yeah, no, I'm good. It's cool.
Okay, very fair. I'm excited to see what that looks like. I didn't get a chance to look at it today, but hopefully it's still there when I get there. Thank you, Chuck Light. And Chuck Light, because you thought you were safe. Wow.
I know I'm safe.
Wow. Favorite dish with chimichurri? Go. 5.
What's chimichurri?
4.
You gotta explain shit to me if you don't tell me.
Chuck, chimichurri is like a Argentinian pesto.
An Argentinian pesto? Bro,
Yeah.
I've never had Argentinian food.
Never mind. Okay. Chuck Light, you're still not safe. Don't worry.
Okay.
Favorite dish with wheat? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Is wheat
Go.
gluten count in this?
Huh?
Does wheat gluten count in this?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Is gluten your answer?
No, but I dated this girl. I dated this girl that made some pretty good like substitute meats out of them shits, and they tasted pretty solid.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
That.
Okay. Hey, that's.
Whatever she made.
Shout out to Chuck's ex-girlfriend, I guess.
Yeah, shout out to all the. You should. Yo, shout them out. Shout out to all the ex-girlfriends. They out here. They really are out here. Everybody is
They
somebody's.
really are.
Everybody's somebody's ex. Remember that.
They never going away.
They ain't never going away. and we do pray for them. We wish them well. We wish them well. Now, okay, thank you, Chuck Light. And I am gonna jump in on this next, just so that I do not ramble.
No.
I gotta make sure I don't ramble. I have the Khush. This is the Magic Bars 3-pack, 30 milligrams. Big shout out to Khush, their first time on the shelf. I am gonna give this a 3 out of 10. Not my favorite. That is not my favorite. I literally still have not even touched this, and I'm hungry. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. This is a 2 out of 10. Think the texture could be a lot better. Think it could be sweeter. Oddly enough, it's more buttery than it's sweet, and that's odd when you have so many sweet things trying to be in it. Once again, not my favorite, but the Kush mints breath mints on the end, as you can tell, very, very smack. I'm very, very stoned. I'm really enjoying this. It's definitely a dry mouth experience. I said the terpene profile is very sweet, skunk, grassy, and then mild wood. And then I said a slightly gassy diesel after broken down. Really enjoyed that. The density, 10 out of 10. Moisture, 9 out of 10. Western culture doing what Western culture does, always fantastic. The actual smooth smoke, 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was really nice. I said the flavor definitely has more diesel notes to it, but there's some floralness to it, which is really nice as well. It burns really well. I have this little ass bowl out of Penelope pumpkin. And this little guy, I do think that it burns slow, but it breaks down even better. I still have another bowl. This is another one of those small bowls, literally, which makes no sense, which is great. We love this. The more the merrier, as always. Is fucking never ending. But as far as the desired effects, I definitely said it was more of a body high than a head high. I feel able to deliver whatever I want to deliver. It's great. More of an uplifting high than a sedative high, but I still don't think this is an energetic experience. This is definitely more of an aware and awake, but I'm still smacked. I cannot stress that word enough. Smacked. My eyes are shut. I said, great euphoria around the tummy, and my yummy. Easily excitable. Eyes are literally closed. Really engaged, which is impressive because I'm writing quite neatly. Really engaged, very hopeful, but slightly anxious and over aware. Feels mood enhanced and very willing to listen. Thoroughly enjoying being on the podcast, very much so. You know what I'm saying? And this is a great episode. Well, I love them all.
I've never done a podcast with Kirsten before.
No.
What? You're welcome.
Yeah.
She said you're welcome.
You are. Hey, everybody's welcome. Y'all, yes,
True.
yes.
True.
We are a pleasure.
I am blessed.
Yes,
for sure.
yes, as we are to have everyone.
And look, I got my ramen.
You were fucking. Chuck was talking, and I looked up, and you were eating that. I almost died. I looked up and seen you eating ramen, and was like, Emily's fucking her up some ramen right now. That shit looked good as hell.
I was so close to texting you too, saying the same thing Malcolm just said.
I'm fucking up this ramen, though. I tried to eat when I was at work, but I just couldn't. It was just
hard.
It was just
So tired.
But look at Mary Jane allowing you to enjoy.
Yeah, thank you, Mary Jane.
She's the best. She's literally the best.
This ramen's fantastic, and I even cracked an egg in it, which is how I always do it because I gotta get my protein. And
Did you? What flavor?
Beef.
The beef one is fire.
The beef's my favorite.
I'm always eating the chicken one, but the beef one is actually better than the shrimp one. Every time I see the shrimp one, the purple
tea. That little girl, I smell like beef.
Yeah.
You know that girl? I smell like beef. Yeah, that girl is fantastic. I smell like beef. I knew you two would know. That's fantastic. Yes. It's such a good.
I love Halloween.
Same girl on it. Yeah, it's the same girl that says it's freaking bats. I love Halloween. And it's like a video of her and some bat decals in the background. She's like what, like 5?
She's so cute.
She's cute.
Yeah,
She's grown up a little bit more, and she still has such a fun personality. It's been cool.
I have to look that up. I've never heard of that. That's funny though.
Freaking bats.
Girl, yeah.
That is great. That is fucking great. Actually, what's her name?
I don't know.
I don't
Just
know.
type in "I smell like beef." I'm serious.
Big shout out to everybody smelling like beef. Big shout out to other beefies.
Stop it.
Big shout out to the
Stop
beef.
it.
Big shout out to the beefy
Stop it, you're
babes.
pissing me off.
Big shout out to the Grande Grita para carne beefy. Grande Grita pelo beefy. Okay, very fair. Big shout out to the beefy babes outside everywhere. Now, back to this. I am gonna rate this flower. I really do enjoy this. This is a 9 out of 10. I'm not giving it a 10. Actually, it's an 8.5 out of 10. It's top shelf. Big shout out to Western culture.
True.
We place this as an indica. They label this as an indica. Can this be an indica? Of course, because we don't give a fuck what variety that's labeled. There can be a fundica, as the lovely Chris coined term, you know what I'm saying, which I am thoroughly stealing. This is a prime example of that. It's way more in like a kind of, like I said, just a mood enhanced vibe. Really nice. Now, would I recommend this in the top shelf? First, no. If somebody, you know, sometimes customers come in and they just walk to the top shelf and they're like, I don't want to look at anything else other than this. I'm getting it from this side.
This is it.
Yeah.
I am not smoking any of that bunk ass weed. Like,
which is a shame. It's a shame.
It's
a shame. Sometimes you want to shake them. You literally want to shake the customer.
There are some great hidden gems in there. You know, ask your bud tenders.
Yes.
We talk about it.
Literally, yes. But yeah, if that's the case, then yes, I recommend this. But very good
If
Western
that's
culture.
the case, I only direct them to the rear left side of my face.
Make that money, honey.
This what you want? This what I got.
What's the company? Taurus it is.
Taurus.
I don't recommend that. Come on, I'm not a swindler. I stop at scored.
Yeah, literally.
And generally, only they're fucking like already adopted into the lineup.
Yeah.
I don't even
So good.
usually recommend their more expensive, like testing them out strains.
That's so funny, man. Too good.
Yeah.
Too good. But hey.
We used to have a company, Royal Tree, and I really liked them. But as soon as we were out of their eighths, I would take my name off of their stuff because their quarters were more than twice the price of their eighth, and I didn't believe that was a good deal for the customer.
No.
So
Crazy, actually.
I was like, no, I recommend them, but only if you buy an eighth. Don't ever buy a quarter.
And Royal Tree sold grams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nice ones at that. And in bags that you could feel that were
Honestly,
great.
Yeah, theirs was one of those companies that if they would have just stuck to like the 6 strains that they did well, we'd still have them on the shelves. But yeah.
They started getting a little bit trigger happy with the strains, but that's okay.
Yeah, and you can do that if you make sure they're good, but nobody wants to buy a very expensive quarter and find out that it's mediocre.
Exactly. And people don't have enough patience to let you have multiple trials with the strain to get it right.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure don't.
If you don't get it right on the first or the second try, we like next. There's so many farms, so many strains. It's ridiculous. But okay, very fair. And then Kirsty, what are we thinking? Scale of 1 through 10.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Fair. Very fair.
For everything that I said earlier, every reason I said earlier.
Okay.
I do think it's a very nice, clear-headed sativa. Definitely would recommend to a customer looking for that kind of thing. I have heard from various customer feedback that sometimes those more hazy sativa strains are what gives them anxiety, is what gives them like headaches.
Sure.
So I definitely would recommend this to people that are wanting to try sativas but are hesitant about those two aspects of it, because I don't think that this will do that.
So more like mellow sativa?
Yeah, definitely just like not like hazy, not euphoric, not super like, but I would say it's like, it definitely is like, it's a happy high, it's mood enhancing. I mean, I'm like still waiting on this cheesecake to cool, but I'm not upset, so that's great. And I'm very tired, so I wouldn't say it's like super, like how Chuck was saying, like when he's first smoked that or whatever, that he was like instantly just felt like his mind start racing. Like this wasn't like that. Like it's not like, it's not over the top in any way. It's definitely, you know what I mean? Like I'm as soon as that fucking cheesecake goes in the dang fridge, I'm gonna go straight to bed. I'm not gonna have any problems going to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm sufficiently stoned, so like yeah, I'd say it's definitely a solid 7.5. I'd definitely recommend it. I definitely would probably not buy it again.
Okay, okay, very fair. Okay, big shout out to Dewey once again. Thank you, Kirsty.
I don't buy a lot of weed though, so don't be sad about that, Dewey. That's nothing against you.
Yes, yes, and also once again, 100 and some options.
Yeah, it's
Ridiculous.
just it's very rare that I say I would buy that again. So
Very, 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 very fair. Very fair. Okay, thank you, Kirsty Kirst. And it seems as though this has brought us to a close. To my coworkers and colleagues, as always, big shout out to y'all. Everybody, remember to stay high and humble. We will see you all next time. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.